Hey everyone, happy Monday evening. It sure is nice to see all of you. Thanks for coming. My goodness, we have a lot to talk about today. Gordon even has things to talk about. And if you meet us if you meet us in person, as a general, I'm the one that doesn't talk. This YouTube thing is a new thing for me, doing that. But anyway, so I wanted to start off with thank you everyone for coming. And it's really nice to see all of you here. I love seeing your names pop up. We'll get to the questions here in just 1 minute. But before we do that, we wanted to cover a couple of things. The things that are really standing out to me this week with Princess are what they've got going on with that new Wi-Fi Max that they announced. And Gordon's going to talk about that. And then also about the pricing. So if you haven't caught my video today, I really encourage you to go watch my video. It gives a lot of context to what we're going to talk about here, as well as it tells you a lot about what's going on right now and what's not going on right now. And so what I would like to add is, I think I said it in my video today. So we're just going to turn it over to Gordon. So if you want to know what I think about it, catch my video today. Yeah. But the Wi-Fi, I also want to say, I think people are making a bigger deal out of this than it actually is, because here thus far, yes, we've had cruises that we wish had some better Wi-Fi on them. But as a general rule, doing all the basic things that people generally want to do while they're on a cruise, being able to watch a video like, your YouTube or something like that, and being able to send your emails, read your emails, look at your Facebook, make video calls, and do like texting and that. We've been able to do without a problem. Every now and again, when we're somewhere a little bit more remote, and then every once in a while when we think we ought to be able to, it works just fine. And so this whole Max thing is another level. So I don't think it means they're going to take away what is good about what they've already got.
No, that's because what I remember when we went on Royal Caribbean a couple of years ago,
oh my,
they had 3 different levels. And in order to even stream, you had to get away from the basic, because the basic, they blocked the ports for streaming. And so all you could do was maybe look at your email, and that was the best of it. Mm-hmm. And so we had to get the upper level.
The same with Norwegian. Same with Celebrity.
Right. So they don't have that
in
limitation.
order to do videos, we had to do.
Yeah, they don't have that limitation at this point with Princess. Now, I don't think they're going to say, oh, well, now you have to get the Max and we're going to cut off streaming on the other. Mm-hmm. I don't see that happening. I see that what they would more likely do is the speed will be better on the Max, because as she reported in her video, and as I read it through on the news release, mm-hmm. that they're using a number of technologies rather than just Starlink. They're going back to
the LEO, the low Earth orbit. Aren't you proud?
Yeah. They're going to be using the other satellites that they have in the past, as well as hooking up to. Watch the video. She does a great job of telling about it.
Let's talk about Minecraft in the discussion, because there was really quite a discussion today on Facebook about it. That's a little, everybody's worried. I don't think you need to worry.
No, because
say what Minecraft is first.
I'm going to say very simply, and maybe this is an oversimplification, is Minecraft is a collaborative electronic Lego. Okay? So you build things with Minecraft.
You build worlds.
Actually, you're mining, so you're digging. But as you dig down in, you use building blocks. You build cities. You build farms, and they turn around and generate. If you think about some of the farm building games that maybe you've seen, that they do that. Now there are some bad elements, I would say, where they have things that will come and unbuild what you've built.
Wait, well, I don't think this matters, sweetheart, though. I love you. Well, I think what it matters with the Wi-Fi lab.
Right. So what I'm saying is all that is already in the game. And so even if you're connecting to it, this is not a game like some of the shoot 'em up games or the driving games that are out there that require high speed. Minecraft does not require high speed. I built a Minecraft server.
You did?
Yeah. And here's the reason.
Oh, you better not give too much information here. He just did it for some people.
I did it for somebody who wanted it for a employee building thing. And so, you know, it
at any rate, it doesn't take as much
Wi-Fi. It doesn't take a lot of Wi-Fi.
So if you missed my video the other evening, we're going to lose people here. The other evening, we were in my video. If you watch my video, which I think some people missed, that we're talking on Facebook today, and that's okay. We all have busy lives.
Yeah.
But watch that video because it talks about what they were doing to try to show you the speeds that they had on board, with people playing Minecraft on the Enchanted with people on land, trying to show that meant that now they have got this, oh gosh, gee whiz, just fantastic Wi-Fi. And so while hopefully it's better than it has been, it should be, they're touting it, they're including it in the packages that cost. It still doesn't, that's not like the example that would probably have blown everyone out of the water that's worried about their Wi-Fi speeds, right?
And I'm not trying to downplay. No, this
that's
is still
awesome.
a very good thing.
It's just plain fun.
We're looking forward to seeing what the speeds are, and we will be doing that on this Love Boat cruise. So we're excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to have some better speeds.
Yeah, so we'll let you know. Yeah. So, okay. So we just wanted to get that out there, have everybody think about it, put your questions in the comments. But it is so nice to see all of you here. I noticed that the first one that came this evening is Linnea Pierce. They're cruising in late August and early September. They've cruised to Alaska 2 times. 2 times earlier in the season, yet not this time of year. Have I cruised in August and September? Your thoughts? Sure, it's nice to see you. You know what? I haven't. And I think that the last 2 years, so not 2021, the September, there was a lot of rain, a lot of fog. That's what everyone reported to me, that went anytime in September. There were rough seas. So, and historically, that's kind of been what people have related to me about going to Alaska. So I've never gone in September. But a lot late August, I think, is a same thing. People have, well, I shouldn't say same thing. A lot of people report better weather in late August. A lot of people like late August into September because children are back in school and you don't have as many, families and children coming on board that you get when school is out. But having said that, you booked that cruise. So I would just say, go be ready to go. And the weather in Alaska, like I've said before, is so very unpredictable. You just go with your layers because you need short sleeves, you need long sleeves. You need a heavier layer. You need a waterproof layer. And I always, like this trip, I took my puffer jacket. It's thin. When I put it in the suitcase, it flattens right out. But it's a warmer layer. So when I wanted it, I put it on and it kept me nice and warm. So that's what I would do. Then just go planning to have a wonderful time. Some of our trip this time, like in Glacier Bay, it was foggier than I would have liked. But that didn't mean I wasn't out on the balcony. We went upstairs and enjoyed the top decks for a while. We'd come and go with the rain a little bit, but we still really enjoyed it. So that's my suggestion.
Whereas Ketchikan was sunny and warm.
And really, I should demo for you how to do a carry-on to Alaska. I know how to do it. I figured out how to do it. Group cruises always make me a little bit more nervous about everything. And here I left a lot of my clothes home this time. So that did me no good. But you can really, if you just do solids and dark colors and plan to do laundry, if like something catastrophic happens, like spills on you, you could get away with, a few pairs of pants and some tops. And anyway, just throwing that out there for people that like to pack light. You can definitely do it.
Yeah.
Larry, we are always so happy to see you 107 there in Sun City. Really good to have you. Let's see if we've already purchased the Princess Plus for the transatlantic. Do we automatically get the Medallion Max? Yes, based on everything Princess has said. It starts August 31st on their sailings. They haven't said anything about making anyone pay any more for it.
Yeah.
So watch my video today talking about the prices of those packages. And I included what I heard on a webinar yesterday and how they tiptoed around the price. But yeah, nope, you get it. You get it. And, on our August 31st cruise, I'll tell you why we have the Plus package. As you know, Gordon and I generally don't do that. But I actually got a travel agent rate. Second time in my life, got a travel agent rate. And the way they were doing them is you had to get the Plus package with it. And so I paid for it. So I got it. Yeah. And I forgot about that completely forgot about it. until I was just going through bookings the other night, making sure everything was in order. And I'm like, wait a minute.
We'll take advantage of it. We'll use it.
So that's why and we will be able to tell you if it goes faster. I went to New England on the Emerald last year, and I remember the Wi-Fi. Yeah, the Wi-Fi was not bad at all. It was just fine. I would say, let's see, you know what? When we were just on the Discovery Princess, the Wi-Fi, it got a lot slower at night. Like if I was trying to
during the day,
it was. Yes. And so I don't know if it's because everybody was streaming their videos late at night, or if the ship was using it more, you know, for something. I don't know, but it really hit the wall late at night. So we'll see how it is late at night on the Enchanted Princess.
Yeah. But with that package, we will definitely be able to give you a review on the casual dining.
Oh, yes. We're going to try. I know I want to try Gigi's for one of them.
Is that dead? Oh.
So
here, use that while I plug this in.
Okay. We have Jerry here. He's got his first cruise. He's going to sail. By the way, hi, Jerry. Going to sail on the Sapphire Princess. Ship arrives back in port at 6. Flight is at 1. Do I need to rush off the ship to make my flight? So where are you going on the Sapphire? Put that in there. Yeah, tell me where you're going. If you're going to Alaska and you're coming back to Vancouver or to Seattle, or even up in Anchorage and Whittier, tell me if you're coming somewhere else, Jerry. But I would get off this ship sooner than later and just make my way to the airport. That's the worrier in me. That's what I always do. But when you get into the ship at 6, into the port at 6, they're not going to start letting you off at 6. I think you'll be lucky if you're getting off by 7-ish. And yeah. So clearly you don't need to break your neck to get there, but it really depends on what port you're coming back into, like how long it takes and what day of the week it is. Because sometimes in Seattle, they can have a lot of traffic. One time I was taking, you were with me that time, but I was taking the transfer from Vancouver down to Seattle, and we got stuck in traffic in Seattle. And it took like 3 hours and 45 minutes to do that trip. And it's usually like way less than that. So just put in extra time. And if you want to pop down there, which part you're going to come back into. Sue and Phil's Travels, good to see you. Donate to Loco. You know what? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. From what I've seen there in Juneau, because I don't work for cruise lines. I should make that really clear. I work for me, and Gordon works for me. No, we're in this together, really. But I don't work for cruise lines. Couldn't tell you about their charitable giving. I'd be a little surprised if they do, especially in this instance, because I've been following along with some people who live in Juneau, and they are getting an awful lot of help. And I don't think it's that. No, I don't mean to belittle what's happening.
Yeah, not minimize it or
anything. Not at all, or to minimize it. But it seems like they're under control.
Yeah,
getting the help they need. So let's see. It seems. Never mind. Love boat cruising. Nice to have you with us. Boarding the Crown in 12 days. Already have my clothes hung together, ready to pack. Medallion charged and should arrive any day. Medallion charged and should arrive any. Oh, you mean you've already paid for it, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's shipped. But it's nice to have you with us. Thanks for coming. Hope you have a really nice time on the Crown. Well, look who's here. Hey, Don and Scotty, Code 4 for Life. If anybody doesn't subscribe to Code 4 for Life, just like with my channel, if you don't subscribe, today's the day. It's your lucky day. Hit that subscribe button.
We'd love to have you with us.
Yeah.
Subscribe to them and subscribe to us.
Yeah. So it's nice to have you with us. And Russell's with us from Springfield. Gordon, can you please scroll down for us?
Sorry.
So, and please, thanks, Larry. Everybody, thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do that as well. It just lets YouTube know that people are enjoying what we're putting out. So it helps us with the algorithm. So thanks. Got Angela here with us. Carrie's here. It's a little smoky in the air. We've had a lot of smoke in our air too. A lot of smoke. Hey there, Kristen. So good to see you, sweet lady. Yeah, it's really good to see you. Ellen, it's pouring where Ellen
Lions
is.
And wolves.
Becky is from Southwest Florida. Nice to have you with us. Good evening, Mead. I got to meet Mead and his friend Terry on the Discovery Princess. And
no,
so
it is
that was
never
really nice.
Too soon to go back to Alaska. He's asking.
Who is asking that?
Mead. He says, is it too soon?
No, like next week is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you even go home?
No, I think anytime is a good idea for Alaska. So, and there's one thing I want to I don't know if this is clarifying it, but sometimes people say, I don't want to go to the same place again until I have been everywhere that I want to go. And sometimes the way things is working with life, you don't have the time right then to go somewhere you've never been before, but you have enough time to go somewhere, and you need to go somewhere. And so that's kind of how we operate.
Mm-hmm.
We go to places that we know we love again. Places that I don't really like, I don't really worry about going again unless it's for a specific reason. So,
well, I go to work every day, and
well, you like work.
I do.
So anyway, it's nice to have Janice with us. We've got Bruce here. You're right. Thank goodness it's Friday. Hey, Lori. Vicky, good to see you. Hey, Patty. Nice to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're doing
Boss
good.
Papa's here.
Connie, hey, Connie. It is so nice to see you. 103. Oh, my. That's really warm. It's been kind of cooler here today. I was going to tell you it's only 88 now. So it's not so bad. Boss Peppa, good to have you. Oh, you know what? Thank you for saying that about his shirt. So the shirts came right before we got home. Our son kept an eye on our front porch, and so Gordon thought he would wear them. So did you send the email, or are you getting it ready to go?
I'm getting it ready.
He's going to email everyone that was with us on the Alaska cruise, and if they want it, we're going to send it to them. If they would rather not have it, then we're not going to send it to them. Yeah. So, but for our Love Boat cruise, if you, I sent out an email to everybody requesting sizes. So if anyone here wants a shirt and hasn't replied, will you please go ahead and reply? Otherwise, we'll just know that you probably didn't want one quite so much, right?
And our feelings are not hurt.
No. It's just for fun. It's just for fun. Yes. So, let's see. Hey there, Holly. Good to see you. And Bill and Renee. So nice to see you. Oh, you've got mom and dad. So you've got Sue and Clint with you, right? Nice to see all of you. Really nice to see you. Russell just uses Facebook and email, and it probably works just fine, huh, Russell? Yeah. Code 4 for life. I like this. Thank you for saying that. They said that they hope the Princess Wi-Fi is the real deal and not just a marketing gimmick. I'm with you. And I think that I would like to think that it is, because everybody's going to find out if it's not, right? So if the speeds aren't just flying when we're on the Enchanted Princess, everybody's going to be like, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. Steve and Bev, sure nice to see you.
Thank you, Vicky.
Oh, thanks, Vicky. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. We're happy to have you with us. Hey, there's Barbara and Jerry. Good to see you guys. Oh, okay. They've got 85 degrees near Seattle.
Oh, wow.
So should I get Danish kroner for my cruise to Greenland? I personally wouldn't. But this is what I always think about local currency in some of those places. Like I'm just going to say everywhere, almost virtually everywhere takes credit cards. And so that works really nice. A lot of those countries there, I haven't been to Greenland, but I've read about it a lot. And it sounds like they will take euros as well. But they've got ATMs. I've heard a lot of people say that as well. And so if you really find yourself needing that, you can get some. But otherwise, I don't think you need to worry about it. So when we were, in fact, so Iceland, I know is not Greenland. But when we were in Iceland last year, we asked the very first tour guide that we had when we were in Iceland and said, should we pick up some of your currency, because we were a little bit early to where you were supposed to meet for the tour. And they did have an ATM just down the street outside of the slow grocery store place. So I just asked the tour people, I said, do we, is tipping in euros okay? Or what's the deal? And they said, euros are wonderful. And so I bet you that it would be the same in Greenland. If you're really worried about it, though, I would say go to the bank and get some, because to me, getting ready for a vacation should be fun.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be worrying about what kind of currency you have. If that helps you not worry, then just go get some currency. So, and then just spend it all while you're there. So you can always use it to tip people, like your guides. You can always, buy something in the store or something.
Yeah.
So.
And the nice thing is with a credit card, there's the safety factor.
For most things.
Yeah. And you don't have to worry about losing the cash. If you lose your credit card, you can stop it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a good thing to talk about, love. Yeah, I should remind people. Yeah. And credit cards. We use credit cards and we always take more than one with us, because then if one is compromised, then we're not like, oh my, now what are we going to do?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And they usually get a better rate too. Exchange rate.
They do. And some of them don't charge for exchanging it as well.
There are a lot of them.
Yeah. So Tim and Cindy, sure is good to see you and the girls. Thanks for popping in. And Cheryl and Dale, they're going to be coming on the Love Boat cruise. So, and Craig, nice to have you with us. Thank you. Susan,
I'm sorry,
good to see you. No, Thomas, I was not impressed with Starlink on the Alaska cruise, as FaceTime was a headache. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't think that the Wi-Fi on the Discovery to Alaska was stellar. It wasn't, I think. And like I said, at nighttime, it really went down. So I just don't think it was all that great. So somebody else doesn't need Wi-Fi. Hey, Michael and Nancy, so good to see you too.
Yeah. Lori's saying that September Alaska is always beautiful.
Good. Well, it's not always beautiful. She said it was beautiful.
Oh.
To me, it's like all the rest of the time of the year, because it can always be nice. It can always not be nice. I've heard more from people last year and the year before that it was better weather. 21, I only heard it wasn't really nice. So
Craig's got a question.
Can I comment on my, the key to those 7-day Mediterranean and European itineraries on Princess is just really where you want to go. And as you look through them all, I know, it's hard because I don't know what you enjoy, but when you really consider going to Europe and going on a 7-day cruise, I would always think twice, because you spend all this money in airfare to get there, and it's a long ways to go for 1 week. Having said that, sometimes it's all the vacation time you have, so pack up and go.
Yeah.
But as you look at the itineraries for 2025 and 2026, and this is not just true on Princess, it's true on Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, because I've looked at them all. There are some, that really go very, very regularly. And then there are a lot that have like subtle differences in them. And like 2025, there are a couple in the Mediterranean that only run like 2 times. So if that's your thing, like pick that week, but always look at the ports and be aware of what's in every port, right? You can see a list of ports, whether it's more of the Western Mediterranean, that's more, along, I think of like France and Spain and down a little bit there. And then you have more of the Eastern that go over maybe as far as Turkey, more of Greece. Mm-hmm. And so really, I think that you have to really look, because to me, there are a lot of good things in all the places. Like Greece and Italy call my name every day. And every day I have to say I can't come until this day. So to me, that's what I love. But I still love going to France. One of the favorite cruises I did with our daughter was like 2 weeks. And I can't remember where we started. It must have been Rome, I bet. But we went clear over to the Eastern, and then we swooped up, hit Corsica because I love Napoleon, and ended up in Barcelona. So I would say, just look at those. If I'm choosing, I usually choose a little bit more Eastern Caribbean. Mediterranean, just because I like Greece so much. So I hope that helped, Craig. But yeah, just look through them and think of what you want to see. Think of what you haven't seen yet, or think about what you love and you want to go see some more of there. That's kind of what I know to comment without knowing exactly what somebody has in mind. But I hope that helps, because you can see everything. You can go to Florence. You can go to Venice. You can see Croatia and the Adriatic, and you can see Turkey. Whoever thought, would get to spend so much time in Turkey.
Well, and the first time you went to Dubrovnik, and I'm like,
who goes to Dubrovnik?
Yeah, I mean, that's like when your kid couldn't go there.
Like Antarctica. So yeah, do Alaska cruises have an alert system for auroras? You know what? I think if they see them, that they might comment. This week happening, they've seen a lot of the aurora borealis this week.
And they mentioned it one night, and then they said, well, it depends on the cloud cover.
Yeah. So they didn't really, but late at night, they didn't announce it. So I don't know that
there are some apps that you can get on your phone.
Yeah.
One of them is called Aurora, that we used when we went last year on our cruise.
And it tells you the probability of having it, but then you also have to go look at, like one night it had a good probability when we were in Alaska, but it was really cloudy that night. So that was a no-go. So yeah, but I bet you if you can see them out there, I bet you they'll say something. Yeah. So let's see. 3 weeks from today. Oh, that's right, Holly. That's right. It's 3 weeks from today. We'll all be flying to New York. We won't be landing yet. We're really late. I think we get in just before midnight.
Not midnight, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh,
so I'm really, I know, honey. I know. I'm so excited. Let's see. Code 4 for Life says their Queen Mary 2 cruise. It has Starlink Wi-Fi, $24 a day, which is fairly expensive. Well, you know what? When you think about it, isn't that pretty much what Princess offers? Because Princess you can stream on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's $24.95 a day. So
for one device.
For one device. Yeah. Yeah. So we get spoiled with having loyalty on Princess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mead's got an interesting comment.
Had the plus package on the Discovery last week and found the Wi-Fi in his room to be terrible. See, I tell you, wound up going to the International Cafe, which somehow had more effective internet. So did you plug in at that point? Did they have you plug in so then you were wired, Mead? That would be interesting to know. Yeah, like in the middle of the day when I tried to do things, which on that cruise we were busy a lot. We weren't in our room in the middle of the day that much. It was better at least than it was at night. At night, it just was like, click, wait.
Yeah.
So.
And it was interesting because on that ship, when I went to check on our photos, I was waiting in line because all the computers were being used. So I pulled out my phone to look at them on the app, and I couldn't get a connection within the photo studio. Not the photo studio, but in the photo area.
Yeah.
And I asked somebody, one of the crew members, I said, "Is there a hotspot in here?" And they said, "Yes, it is very hot in here." So they misunderstood my question.
You know what? I noticed for the first time on this cruise that there were more, and I don't know how they, and this is not a bad thing about the crew at all, because I love Princess Crew. They do no, thank you. I would say I had more crew members this time that had a hard time with English and misunderstood some words like that. They misunderstood. Yeah. So I didn't know why. I don't know why. I'm not throwing rocks, because if I was somewhere trying to work with another language, I would be really struggling. No one would be able to understand me, and I wouldn't be able to understand them. So, Rich and Pat, it is so good to see you. Really good to see you again. So we're looking forward to the Panama Canal already. So that's coming right up in February. So Mark says they scheduled their tour in Athens. You guys sent me that email today, so thank you. I got to look, because we'd love to come if we are in Athens all that day. I need to look and refresh my mind about what day we're flying in. So, but I'm really excited. You guys are going to have a fun time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have the best cruise. We're going to have a really good cruise.
Vicky's got a quick question about.
How soon is too soon to order your medallion? Oh, you can order it anytime you want. Yeah. You can order it soon after you book your cruise. It doesn't come any sooner. But if you want to check it off your list of things to worry about, you can order it anytime. Yeah. So yeah, not to worry. So, thanks for saying that. He was in Iceland and Norway and never needed local currency.
Okay.
So I'm sure you don't, because like I was saying, in Iceland we didn't use it. In Greenland, I don't think you're going to need it either. No. Then we've been to Norway several times, and sometimes I've gotten some, and sometimes I haven't.
Last time we did,
but it never mattered. So let's see. Hey, Wendy. Oh, we are so excited too, Wendy. We're really excited.
Are you sure you're excited?
This is going to be really fun. Yeah, I hope I'm thinking of everything. If anybody thinks of anything I should be worrying about for the Love Boat Cruise, please tell me. Okay. Let's see. Dorothy says, do you ever see Don or Tony? They're on their way back now. We've been following along with Don and Tony as well.
Tony fell down today.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he was going up some steps for an overlook, and right as he neared the top, he just took a tumble.
No, in the video today, that was in Greenland.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but they're back on the ship now on his way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just a quick tumble.
He's okay.
Yeah, and he kind of had the subtitle saying, "My wife told me not to come," or something like that.
No, I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? We have had the pleasure of meeting them before. So we went on the Vloggers cruise, not this January 2023.
Yeah.
And so we got to meet them both there. And then when we were on the some princess in March, we got to see Dawn again. So yeah, it's been really nice to get to meet them. They're just as nice as they seem. Carrie's got a shoebox full of Northern European currency. Just maybe you can take it to the bank, or maybe just spend it next time. I have some foreign currency. I have some British pounds that I kept because they're crisp, brand new when I got them from the bank here, but they have Queen Elizabeth and Winston Churchill. And to me, that's just a bygone era that begs to be remembered. So I kept some of those. It'll be one of those things that when we are done here on this earth, our children will go spend, and that's okay. So Bruce is packing on Sunday, flying to London to get on the Caribbean Princess. I'm really excited for you, Bruce. We're really looking forward to hearing about how that goes.
Go back to on Carrie, he's still there. I think you should do like what Doc Brown did, have an actual attaché case because he had currency for every time period because of his time travel. So you should have a box.
There you go. Just take it with you.
Attaché for each location.
That would be another thing to carry, though. Yeah. Let's see, Melody. It's nice to have you with us. Kathy D. Kelly D. So sorry. What's the typical turnaround for a quote on a princess cruise? We love watching the YouTube channel. Thanks, Kelly. Have you sent me an email and I have missed it? I will search when I'm done here. It's usually not very long at all. So I apologize, and I'll find your email. I'm looking actually for solutions on my email. I get an awful lot of spam, and I'm trying to figure out. But thanks, Kelly. I will look for you, my dear. Thanks. And if anybody thinks I missed an email, it doesn't hurt my feelings if you send it again. Okay. Thanks. I appreciate that more than you know. So, but I wrote down Kelly's name.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you. American Express not always accepted. Thanks, Colette. Yeah. You're absolutely right. I always take a couple of American Express cards, different ones, and then I also take Visa, a couple of Visas, or a Visa and a MasterCard. Yeah. Same thing. Thanks for saying that, though, because Discover Card's not accepted everywhere either. So I say you should always have a Visa, MasterCard, a Visa if you're going to choose one to travel with, but always take two, because if, like I said, if something happens to one card and it's compromised, then what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So let's see. Larry's going to stay in London for 3 days, so he's getting pounds. That's what we always do too, because you just need some.
Well, like he says, especially for reporters.
Thank you, Pat, for saying that. Absolutely. We are trying to get to $25,000, 25,000 subscribers before the Love Boat Cruise. So we'll take all the help we can get. So thanks for saying that, Pat. Thank you. Let's see. Gary's on his 21-day out for the Love Boat. Yes. Here, what does Mead say? He scheduled a 7-day Europe cruise on the Star next year. I probably wouldn't have done such a short European cruise, but the price was too good to pass up.
Well, there you go.
See, that sounds great. But you know what? Look around and see if you can find another one. And you know what? If you don't see like another great one on Princess, like look at Celebrity, look at, there's Norwegian. Like I shared in my video today, something that happened on Explorer of the Seas. Explorers of the Seas is sailing in the Adriatic, if you can believe it. Oh my goodness. Like, I'd go on Royal Caribbean in the Adriatic any day. So look around. Yeah, I definitely say look around, because there's so much to see there. Or if you only have a few days left, rent a car. So we're in the process of, next year is my 60th birthday, so we're making plans for our trip that we're going to do. And it's going to involve a cruise and a car. So, yeah.
I told her she can write the itinerary.
So
she's doing that. So
I use desktops. Oh, you use the desktop. So those are wired. That would do it. Yeah. Because then you're not like, you're on their internet, but you're not on their Wi-Fi. Right. That makes perfect sense, Mead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Evelyn. Here's Evelyn. So Evelyn was such a love, and they had almost a week of beautiful weather. He was a sweet lady. So Evelyn, she was so kind. She popped down, and we were supposed to be out on the pier at like 7:15, I want to say 7:20, somewhere around there. So she came early so that we could get to see her. So as soon as we could get off the ship, we did. And it was such a delight to get to meet you, Evelyn. Thanks for coming.
Oh, very nice.
We'll look forward to seeing you the next time we come to Ketchikan. So
yeah, sorry I couldn't visit as long, but somebody had to save a spot in the bus.
We didn't know. Well, I was worried that the bus was going to be full. And if you all have been listening for all, I don't like to sit in the back. Yeah. Makes me not feel so great. So, thank you. Do you say Annie? Is that how you say your name, or Annie? I know it's early for August 2026, but some excursions. Oh my goodness. Thanks for saying that. For Gibraltar and Lisbon are available.
Yeah, we'll have to.
That's really exciting. We'll have to look. Thanks for saying. I'm going to write that down. Thank you. Okay, I'm writing down excursions 2026. Thanks for saying that. That helps everybody going. So, see, now Meg's husband changed a few dollars. You know what? When we were at this little grocery store there in Iceland, I noticed some people doing that as well. The people were kind enough to convert how much they had to pay into US dollars and then give them change because they wanted some coins in that currency. That's really fun. Good for him. So, let's see. Diana, nice to have you with us from Sydney. Larry said the website was acting up today. Very much so. You don't have to highlight everything if you don't want to.
Sorry.
Oh, you can leave it. He was just hurrying around there and I felt bad. Yeah, they've had a lot of trouble with their website lately. So that's not new. Steve says that they're going to Hawaii on the Ruby in April. 16-day from San Francisco. So you know what? This is your first time in Hawaii. So we have never cruised Hawaii. We've been there 3 times, 2 times? Twice. Yeah. Someday I'll do a cruise to Hawaii when Gordon's retired. And I think it is super handy for people that live like right there on the West Coast. But I like Hawaii more. Hawaii is extraordinarily beautiful. I don't really need to go there again, but I know I'll go on a cruise because I love to go on cruises. Yeah. But you know what? I'll have to find out about excursions for you, or ask that amazing travel agent you have. But I know people that have been there an awful lot, and most people really like to get off and walk around. People like to go see in Kona. What is it? There's one that has like coffee beans and something else that they do that day. Of course, if your cruise there goes to Honolulu, catch Pearl Harbor. I wouldn't miss Pearl Harbor. And when we went to Pearl Harbor that same day, we did the tour the USS Missouri. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot to see there. But I do know I don't know if Holly and Craig are here, but they have been lots of times. And she told me, because I always want to know what side of the ship you want to be on. And for most places in the world, I know what side of the ship you want to be on, but I didn't know for Hawaii, starboard. Starboard is what you want in Hawaii. So I hope that helps.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Is Princess still giving loyalty for purchasing the Plus? Yep, for purchasing the Plus or the Premier, Pete. If you buy it and you sail August 1st through December 1st on those sailings, you get double loyalty points. Yep. And you don't have to do anything special. You either have to have a cruise booked and add the Plus or Premier to it, or you book a new cruise and put the Plus or Premier on it and you get those double points. So yeah, it's still pretty nice. Kelly, thank you. I'm hugging you. Okay. Consider yourself hugged. Thanks, Kelly.
From her son.
She's a sweetie pie. Oh, just sent today. Oh, that makes me feel better. Thank you very, very much. Some days, Fridays are slow. And that's okay. That's awesome, actually. Today was a really busy day. So if you hear, it sounds like we're having some remodeling upstairs. It's being done by a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So I don't know if that sound comes through or not. But
yeah, we're not sure if furniture is involved.
They're just toys. Let's see. Oh, Donna's packing. So good to see you, Dawn. Yeah. For the Mediterranean, leaving for Rome in 12 days, cruise on the 31st. I love, here you should highlight her sweetheart things. I guess I don't know what I want. I am so excited that you're going to go to Rome and that you've got extra days before you go on your cruise. So if you need any more suggestions, let me know. But Rome is one of those places that there is so much to see that you can go and, spend a few days and then go again. And if you want, like if you loved something and need to go be in that place again, you can do it. But if you don't want to, there is so much that you can spend another few days and then another few days and every time see new things. So I am really excited for you. I'm a little bit envious in a good way, though, not in a bad way. Yeah.
Yeah. Thomas says the Discover card is pretty much in the U.S.
Yeah, there's a few places, but yeah, not so many. So I definitely don't go thinking a Discover card is going to be your cruise card.
No. I like what Carrie says here.
Another thing is not to leave it. If not too much, it's leave. Okay, I'm so sorry. Another thing to do with foreign currency, if it's not too much, is leave it for your room steward or tip crew with it. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah. Thank you very much for saying that.
That way they've got their
yeah, so if you go and you have more left than you want, give it to them.
Yeah.
I always give them a tip anyway. So yeah, but that's a great thing to do. Yeah. Oh, Chris, thank you, you sweetie pie. Thank you. Are the hearts coming? Gordon's very good at that. Yeah. Thanks.
And we'll get you some laser. There you go, confetti. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Chris. That's really, really thoughtful of you. We sure appreciate it a lot too. Thanks. Let's see. Did we miss something?
I'm just getting back to where we were.
That's a good idea there, Carrie. And you know what? So often if we bring home a little bit of foreign currency, then when you go again, if you're like me, I forget to take it. I just go get more currency at the bank and forget to grab that out of where I keep it. It's always good because they can use it. And I try really hard. Like when we go on a cruise in Europe, I don't tip them with US dollars because they're going to be there spending, like if they need to go to the store and get something, they're going to need to spend euros. They're not going to be trying to spend dollars. So I do. And so like when we were on the British Isles cruise, that one we tipped in pounds because most of it is that. But you could also give them, some euros. Some of those places take it. But yeah, we tipped them with pounds. Yeah. So.
And the other thing
a good idea.
If you do bring it home and you do keep track of it,
yeah,
that gives you a reason to go back.
Indeed, it does.
You're like, oh, I have to go spend this in Italy.
I know. I hope Russia clears up for their people. That's the most important thing. But I'd sure love to go there again. And I have Russian rubles, which you also don't need to get if you ever go there. I was like loaded up on that. Just take your credit card.
Yeah.
And the tour guide wanted dollars, by the way, for their tip because I asked. So let's see.
Well, in Argentina would like dollars too.
Very much so. Yeah, that's a good. Thank you for saying that. So if you're going to Antarctica, anywhere in South America, they have reassured us, please bring dollars. Yeah. So let's see. I got. Holly got her medallion ship for the Love Boat Cruise.
Nice.
Nice to have you with us. I feel like. Let's see.
Did that.
Holly, Wendy, thanks so very much.
I like what
you're young. Oh, you know what? We're all young, and I don't care if you're 80. You're young. You're only as old as you think you are. Oh, and Mead, it was such a pleasure to get to meet you. Mead is very nice. He's a really nice guy. Really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. We really appreciate you coming up and saying hi.
Very much. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. It was very nice when we got to see you. So
Chris has got a question here.
Let's see. What would be a good lounge or bar to host a gathering on embarkation day on the Discovery? So here's what you have to do. If you can, work with their onboard. It's their onboard services team, and you can send them an email. I think it's onboardservices@princesscruises.com. Probably I have that, but you can call Princess and ask them directly. But if you have a group, you can ask for a meeting place. Like I'm still waiting for my meeting place for this coming up cruise and for the Love Boat cruise. But if you just have a few of you and you just want to have a little gathering on the Discovery Princess, Take 5 is very nice. You could go back to the Vista Lounge on embarkation day. It's not busy either. People, I think it's where one of the muster stations is, but people aren't using the lounge otherwise. Yeah. Take 5 is open. You could do the Wheelhouse Bar.
Out on the Wakeview Bar.
Oh, it's really nice back there. Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't need to be all the way to the back. You could be right up near the door that comes out from the buffet, and they have some some sofas that sit
there. But it depends on the weather, how full that's going to be.
Yeah.
Because for the Alaska cruise we just have, I don't know what the disconnect was, but I never got a meeting place, and I requested it several times. And so, but yeah, you could take people out there if you want to be outside. But those other places I mentioned would be really nice for a get together. So Norma said she got her. Oh my goodness. I am so glad your shoulder's doing okay and you're home. Oh, Norma.
So glad it went great.
Yeah, you get feeling better. Got a lot of places to go, my dear.
That's a difficult one. My mom had both of hers done.
They say shoulders are really hard.
Yeah.
So I hope you do okay.
But from what we understand, it's very, very much worth it.
Oh, yeah, that's what we hear. So.
Okay, let's start discussing.
What's your favorite thing to do in Naples? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, you have to go.
Get her going.
So my very favorite thing to do in Naples is they have these tours. I don't know if they call it like a Discovery exclusive or whatever they call those tours, but they have one that will take you to Pompeii, then they take you to Sorrento, and then at the end of the day, it depends. I've noticed a little bit different on cruises. Usually they'll have ones that do all that, and then they'll either take you down to Salerno to hop on a small boat and sail along and go to Amalfi and actually get off, walk around Amalfi. Yeah, you should find the videos for that. Or they have one that takes you over to Capri. They have like a catamaran that they run over that just zips right over. And there you get off, you take the funicular up the side of the hill there. If you're not familiar, you need to do that. And it takes you to the main part of the town there that's on the top, and they'll walk you over. I think it's called St. Augustus Gardens. And that's where you look over and look at that iconic view that people talk about for Capri. Or so that's my very favorite thing to do. I love the day. I've been to Capri several times now. And so now I'm always wanting to choose the one that takes you on the small boat and takes you over to the town of Amalfi, because I've only done that once. All the years we've been going there, they haven't always had that excursion. But that is a really nice way to get an overview of the Amalfi Coast, Pompeii, because if you haven't been to Pompeii before, and you know what, even if you have been to Pompeii before, it's worth going again because they have excavated more. They were busy bees during COVID. I haven't been there since then, so I need to do that. But our tour guides, the last couple of times we've been there, have told us that during COVID, they excavated a lot. So they have a whole new area and some other things to tell you about the area that was already excavated. But they've got a lot more to show. So if you went there before COVID, that's great, but you might want to go again if you enjoy Pompeii and want to keep up on everything that's going on there. But it gives you a really nice overview, because going to Sorrento is just a very quintessential, Amalfi Coast. I don't know if you call it a city, a town, but it's beautiful. So there are some shops, streets that have like a lot of places to eat. You can eat inside, you can eat outside, a lot of different shops. But as you walk, like they have the little town square type thing, and then you walk out like as you're going away from the town square. If you keep walking, there is just this spectacularly beautiful overlook. There's a church right as you're looking at it on the right-hand side. But that is definitely worth a view as well. Just go there and soak up the view. But it's a magical day. You get to go down those winding roads that they have there on the Amalfi Coast. So that's what I would do. And so to me, I would break up, like look at what the excursions are. And even if you want to stay, so if you want to do one day going to see all of those things, I would do that first, because then you know if you have to do that again. But otherwise, you could do the next time you're there, you could stay in Naples. And a couple of ways you could do it by yourself if you're feeling like you got that. One time my daughter and I did it ourselves, and we just got off the ship. We got a taxi, had to take us up to the Capodimonte Museum. It's a palace. It's a museum now too. Absolutely beautiful. And their collection, like they're situated in Naples on the top of the hill. They have all these things that
one we went to?
No.
Oh, okay.
It is like we were there and like nobody was there. Like one other person was there, and they have this amazing collection. Like they have sketches by Michelangelo. They keep him in one of those rooms, that the faint light comes on just when you go in, but it's in the dark to protect him the rest of the time. But it's a beautiful structure to see, so much history there. And then after that, we took the taxi and went back down to the Archaeological Museum. That's where we went this time.
Oh, okay.
And it's a world-class collection there as well. It's one of the archaeological museums in the world. You think of like Pompeii and Herculaneum, that's where a lot of what has been unearthed there is in that museum. They've got like replicas of it over at the Getty Villa in Malibu of some of that. And so that's definitely worth a visit as well. And then you can walk around from there, hold on to your bag, hold on to your bag, hold on to your bag all the time.
And close your eyes when you're in the taxi.
Just pray.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
That too.
But you can walk around and get some gelato. You can get some pizza.
Yeah.
There's a really cool church there that has this beautiful, beautiful, just huge Caravaggio. Just so much there to see in Naples if you want to do that. But if you're really not wanting to navigate on your own, either book an excursion, and there's not one that does those things. That's why we did it by ourselves. But yeah.
Well, when you get down to gelato, when you get down to Sorrento, you got to get the lemon gelato. But when you go to Amalfi, the lemon gelato comes in a lemon that they've scooped out.
Pretty spectacular.
Really something.
So anyway, Dawn, did that help? It's just something. It's just amazing. Let's see. Oh, Jana, thank you. Stephen Bev. Am I remembering that right? Yeah. Thank you. A swimming beach right next to the pier in Kona. Thanks, Jana. Anybody else or anything else and you've got to say about Hawaii? We'll sure appreciate it. Thank you. I saw in your video the crab restaurant in Ketchikan. Would you recommend booking the Lumberjack Show crab lunch through Princess Excursion or on your own? It's close to the ship. So Pat, I book the Lumberjack Show on your own. Like if you want to do that, just do that. But I would say look around for where they do. I have never tried to look up. So the one, sorry, I'm thinking too many things here. So I have never looked up at where they do the crab luncheon that is right by the Lumberjack Show. Yeah. I'll try to, let me write down to try to look that up.
They could easily do it because they do have a large place for the Lumberjack Show.
So maybe it's right there and you can do it. I should look it up. But then the one that we did, part of our excursion was at George's Inlet Lodge. Yeah. And it's a really nice boat ride they take you on. I was just disenchanted with it this last time. And so next time I'm going to do the other. But that other one is too far out to really do on your own, to try to go to George. Is it George Inlet? In George Inlet Lodge. Yeah. It would be too far out to try to go. So yeah, I'll try to look at that so I can remember to look that up.
But yeah, you're right. The Lumberjack Show, if they have the crab lunch at that same location, it is very close to the ship.
Yeah. I like Thomas's question. And to me, that is so subjective. Like speaking of tipping, what's your recommendation? I think that depends on a lot of things. I think it depends on how much money you have. I think it depends, like what is a lot to one person's not a lot to another person. And I think it's important to tip. I think it's very important to tip because I just think it's important. But at the same time, sometimes I tip more and I always tip generously because I just choose to live that way. But sometimes I tip extra generously if somebody takes really good care of me. And so think in your mind, because to me, it would be weird to say, oh, give the steward $50 a day, give them $10 a day, give them whatever. Because that really just kind of depends on what people have and what they're able to do and what they feel like is right. So sorry, I'm not better at saying that because I don't know. I think there's quite a wide range in how much people give. So let's see.
Kay said she sent you an email. So
KC. Okay. Oh no, just plain K. K email. Okay.
Oh, and these are the video. I got 4 of them here.
Thanks,
are 4 to Naples. Okay. One's going to Amalfi, one's going to Capri and Anacapri. And the other 2 are the actual live sailaways.
So yeah, in Capri we did one time that you just take the day was on Capri, and so they take, which we've thoroughly enjoyed, and that might be a good thing too, Dawn. If you want to book an excursion that takes you over to Capri for the day, you see totally different things than you see if you go on that excursion that I told you about that goes to Pompeii, Sorrento, and Capri. You see completely different part of Capri, and it's beautiful. Definitely worth it. So I highly recommend. And like part of it, they took us to this restaurant, and it was really Italian food. So it was just really fun. Yeah. Somebody says climb Vesuvius. That's a good one. You can do that. Thanks for saying that. Oh, Russell, thanks so much. Thank you. You're really kind. Thanks,
Let's
Russell.
give you some lasers.
Oh, that time it worked. Sorry, they are so noisy up there. Let's see. Pompeii is unbelievable. Larry, you're right. History just oozes. There's so much history. There's also so I like to, here's a good reason to have yours too. When you go to Pompeii, there are generally a bunch of vendors set up outside, just like of where you enter Pompeii. You come in like the buses park, and then you walk across, and there's a bunch of vendors. There's that cameo shop where they show you how they make cameos, and then of course they want you to go upstairs and buy one. So I did. But let's see, what am I trying to tell you? But then from there, you go in the entrance to Pompeii. But it's fun to look at what all the vendors have, and if there's something that you wanted, you can get it there. But most of I don't know. I've never tried to use a card there. I've just only used cash.
Yeah.
So. Oh, somebody. Oh, wait. Nancy. She says she booked a 2026 cruise on the Sun Princess, and her plus package was $53. And there you go. I don't know. And there you have it.
Yeah. I wanted to say, because I looked at it from a technical standpoint. And
that was the other thing.
When you see these web pages that come up when you're on Princess, it's not what I would term a static page. It's a dynamic page. The page is built from whatever you click on from the previous page at that point. When you're clicking through to purchase the room, it's already basing upon what you chose, and it's gathering elements from all these different pieces of the database. And so somehow it's pulling the wrong pieces, is what I'm seeing. Plus a side comment on why the Princess page can be troublesome. They have a lot of analytics running.
They have so many analytics running.
If you look at the code, the HTML code that is generated, and you can do that with any browser. But when you look at it, there are so many analytics that it's running to Yahoo and Google and other places, because they want to see who you are. They want to see what you're clicking on. They want to see other things that you've clicked on. And that's why the analytics are there, because it's looking at the cookies that you've done in the past, and then it will custom tailor the advertisements is what is going on. So that's why we recommend you use the in private browser
or incognito,
because then those analytics don't take place as much. They still run, because if you stay in the incognito for a while, it still builds it up. But that way it just is more streamlined. It's just you get a more efficient experience. Not that you're not duping anybody. You're not, you're just getting a better experience.
Oh yeah, I always use an incognito, because now I can't open it. If I use any of the other browsers, I can't open a window in Princess anymore. It just gets that we're having technical difficulties.
It gets clogged. Yeah.
And I can delete all my cookies and still try.
It still gets clogged.
So
it's just trying to do too much.
So well, congratulations on $53 for the plus package. That's great.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're going to get this worked out soon.
Yeah.
Because high prices are showing up. I hadn't seen any on all the cruises I've looked for. I haven't seen under the prices, under 60 for plus or 80 for Premier.
Yeah.
But clearly Nancy got one. So what cruise was that? 2026 on the Sun? I checked the 2026 for our Eclipse cruise, and it was still showing 60 and 80. And I looked at the Alaska cruise group, the group cruise that we've got, and there was 60 and 80 still there as well.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting what cruises, different things show up. So does anybody have any other questions before we go this evening? Anything else you want to say, Love?
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks
so much. We have such a fun Friday night when you guys get to join us. It just it means so much to us.
Thanks for coming.
So
it's really nice to have you. Thanks for those of you that contributed to our cause. We sure appreciate you.
Very much.
We appreciate all of you. Thanks for coming. Oh, hey there, Jennifer. I want a food tour. Oh, you know what? In Naples, they have food tours. In a lot of places now, they have food tours, if that helps you. Yeah. So no matter where you're going, and if you can't find one with Princess or whatever cruise line you're on, I've noticed on Viator that there's an awful lot of food tours there in a lot of places now too. So that's a good suggestion. Thanks for saying that, Jennifer. Yeah, all of you have a great weekend. And I will look forward to seeing you here again on Monday night. And in the meantime, I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.